Oh, yeah.
It's McIlroy on fire right now. That is for 4 in a row.
It's such a lovely sound off the club face. Just listen to it. Miles in the air. Ooh, can't do any better than that, can you?
I think he actually murdered an 8-iron from what it looked like. I mean, the strike, the height, the control on the ball from Rory McIlroy on this tight pin on the par 3.
Same club for Tommy. Tommy Fleetwood just hold this off a little. Rory didn't. That ball didn't budge. Just left of it to the heart of it.
Normally you say a very good tidy shot, almost exactly where he's aiming, but you can see his partner in very tight.
One has the momentum right now. It's not that man on screen, Tommy Fleetwood.
You quite often find with Rory, if he's between clubs, particularly if the flag's on the right, he goes with the shorter one and hits it hard, so he draws it in. He doesn't want to let it leak out to the right. Full hard shots.
Yeah, I was a little bit earlier on the 11th. Took a bit of a gamble off the tee, hit this drive all the way down the fairway to give himself an amazing angle. Played a delightful little pitch to about 5-6 feet.
Bit of a bonus from long range, Ken.
This is a difficult one to read. Cross grains, a bit of a ledge on that side of the green at the 12th. Well done.
And then on 13, the par 5, he did the same thing yesterday, lay up where he could have gone for the green. But a great lecture of what was requested to hit it this close. Made that to join Fleetwood in the lead.
Whoosh. Aggressive play, you've got to commit to this, and he certainly did.
Get on it. Get on it.
Dancing. The dancing queen right round next to the hole. Superb shot.
It's game on now. All on the line amongst friends down there in the final pair as we go to Xander Lombard.
Birdie on 15. He slipped back a bit with a double bogey on the par 3 14. It's just a bit shy for Lombard.
Right edge for Sean Crocker. It's the best I've ever seen him stroke it. Really is. Lovely fluid stroke and into the heart of the cup. 3 birdies in a row, and he's currently in 4th position on his own. Very nice.
Isn't it? The good rounds always start with a bogey, don't they? He's 5 under par. Over to Tristan Lawrence. Needs this to stay on the coattails of McIlroy and Fleetwood. This for par.
Yeah, that's a big putt here for Lawrence. Stays one behind at the moment.
Sporty finishing holes 16, 17 and 18. Not many birdies. 6 birdies. A number of 3 putts. A few visits to the water.
The grain is out of his right. You feel as though this wants to go left or right. I'm not so sure. I think this is gently downhill out of his right.
Be a big boost. Should it drop, it's going to turn its head and miss low. And with that, he affords McIlroy to take the lead on his own with the opportunity to come.
The aggressiveness on this tee shot from McIlroy, like going straight at it.
Not much margin for errors, particularly if you're hitting your iron shot as hard as you can almost.
Doesn't move a lot, this putt. You feel as though it's inside left. I'm not so sure. I think it's pretty straight. I think if he just inside left center, he can't hit it firm because it's downhill. It could get away from you. but this week he's been more than competent from this range.
Oh my word.
I think from short range like that, it's just maybe a little bit of an open putter face when he hit the ball.
That's going to be a real shock to the system for Rory McIlroy, who's barely missed anything inside 4 feet all week long.
Well, this is 2 feet, isn't it? It's not, certainly no longer. I never touched the hole. He's been so solid.
He's got a putt now that's twice as far from where he just putted from.
And back into the grain, back into the grain. Got to gather yourself together now.
Yeah, when you do, you've just missed 2 feet for birdie. Just a shake of the head and quick concentration.
It ain't easy.
A 3-putt from Rory McIlroy from 2 feet. So, from a chance to take the lead on his own, now he's going to drop 1 back. Pressure's a privilege, and it gets to even the world number 2 there at the par 3.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, we all thought it was just a tap-in birdie for Rory McIlroy to get in the lead on his own.
Well, we saw that graphic with all the bogeys from people who found the green. It's obviously an area not easy to hold short putts from. There's been a number of 3 putts. To Tommy Fleetwood, can't believe it. Santa's come. Still a long way to go, mind.
Well, there's little question. I think we've just seen the biggest moment of the day. Certainly the largest shock of the action here on Sunday. It's Fleetwood that keeps his lead by 1. Courtesy of the bogey from McIlroy.
Well, it's something that sometimes the ultra-talented does. You know, you've done the very hard part. You hit it almost stone dead. Maybe you take it a bit lightly. But that's extremely surprising from Rory McIlroy to walk away with a bogey 4 on this hole.
Made it easily the second time round.
Got a slightly startled, shocked look as we get onto Tristan Lawrence. He's at the 16th, the par 3. 192 yards. Been down the right side, not much landing area. Oh, it's beauty. Got to feed it in from that side. A ripple of applause, lovely. Such a lovely feeling when at a par 3 you hear clap, you know you're inside a decent distance to make a birdie.
Now Molinari is on the 18th fairway. Back right pin. Is he going to find another target? Yeah, it's pretty solid from Francesco. He's going to give himself a good look to finish with another birdie.
And it would be for a round of 63. And you go on to roll it in. There's the 18th up in the distance, back toward the iconic clubhouse.
Now, Ollison took a long time to get his round going. He's only 1 under today. Shooting a couple over par on the front, which get it out of the hunt.
Missed the green long right at the 16th, chipping back towards it, Xander Lombard.
That's well done. Be a easy par 3 for Lombard on 16. He's also a little bit too far now to be an actor in this.
Tommy's honour.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I don't think that Tommy Fleetwood thought he was going to have the honour on this tee. Wonder what sort of game plan we're going to have from Fleetwood here on 15. A couple of different propositions.
Yes, you can sort of lay it up on the widest point of the fairway at 260 yards. A little bit less than that with a tee up, or you give it a rip and try and hit it in the very narrow elephant's trunk.
The wind's out of the right-hand side, so what he'll try to do is just hold this off somewhat. The bottleneck's down there. It's like an hourglass, this fairway. It's fat, and then it gets thin in the middle, and then it widens once more. So if you're going to miss this fairway, you want to miss it left. Less than driver. I'd be surprised if we don't see Rory hold one up and just pull the chief and crank on it.
Now Fleetwood finds the first cut, but it's perfectly fine there.
What's he got, Nico? Driver or three-wood?
Can't see yet, but we will find out in about a second, Radar.
I hope it's driver. I think it's the play today. Same club. Okay, he hit a bullet ball down here yesterday, right down the right-hand side, so he likes a nice soft right-to-left draw with his club, riding the breeze.
Looks like it's leaking right a little bit. Maybe a bit of a heel strike for Rory. Yeah, he's in a rough on the right-hand side. Disappeared a bit in the rough as well. Not ideal.
Huge putt for Tristan Lawrence here at 16, the par 3. Great tee shot, uphill, right to left, very holeable.
Outside chance to join the lead. We've seen some dramatic scenes here in the last 5 minutes. That was short in the jaws for Lawrence.
Well, he's still only one behind. Few birdie holes to go. You know, this is definitely on. We might not make it to 20 this time, but here's somebody that has a putt to go to 15 and turn this into a really good week. Francesco Molinari to finish with 3 on the trot, and he does.
Started with 4 birdies, ends with 3. It is a round of 63. 8 under par for Francesco Molinari.
Where's that little smile? Excellent stuff. Nice to see him back in some good form. I hope it continues for the rest of the season.
Tristan Lawrence, 17, iron in hand, playing for position. You know, he'd be looking at birding the last 2. It's 2 great chances, 17 being the easiest one of the 2.
Half the equation done there, finding the fairway.
Missing the divots.
There's a few of them. He's been impressive today. Tristan Lawrence out in that pair with Xander Lombard. But he took a couple of steps back at 14. We'll see what the future holds for the young South African and for that final pair coming next in the Dubai Invitational. Nice round today from Sean Crocker, who's headed down the last after he's birdied from 15 onwards as well. We have 5 weeks here in the Middle East, kicking things off in 2024 with a fortnight in Dubai. The second oldest course this week, the next oldest, I should say, the first ever grass court in this part of the world. The Emirates next week, just down the road, not far from here. 20 minutes or so, there's the Dubai frame, the Burj Al Arab. It's played host to golf for the best part of, 35 years now. And what a place to visit. So we get back to the golf. And 16, Jordan Smith.
High left to right shot here would be ideal for Jordan Smith. Try to sneak into the top 5. Just a couple of holes remaining. Might just get stuck there on the left shoulder of the green.
Just maybe on the fringe here at 18. Sean Crocker putting back across to it. Oh, it's swift. We've learned that in days gone by, from left side to right. So a little tester coming back. Here's the ball placements. Fleetwood down the left, McIlroy down the right at 15.
Yeah.
Don't know why, it's like that. Just need a bit of a draw on it, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you? It's made you help now.
Yeah.
Anything landing on top of that corner, it's going to run. 6 off the right, to that the pin out. A little backstop just left of it. Yeah, I love it.
165 is the yardage. The wind is down out of the right. Now, if you're a little heavy-handed from 165 with these greens releasing out, if you go just a little long, just left of it, the ball could meander down their whole side. So I'll aim this just a little left. 8-iron. .139, this ball's sitting down, the ball's well above his feet, so he's going to take dead aim, but the grass could wrap around the hosel and flip that toe over a little. Just a wedge, a muscly one at that. Will he use that little backstop just left of it?
That was a big swing from McIlroy from the rough there.
Great shot.
Yeah, that's a great result from there, from the rough. Great way to bring that ball into the green there for McIlroy.
Tristan Lawrence, perfect tee shot, 111 yards to go. Back into the breeze. The flag cut on the front of the green, just 5 yards over a deep front bunker, but there is a backstop behind it you can use.
Is he admiring it? He sure is. Another wonderful iron into the 17th. Never left the flag. Just holding it off. You can sort of slightly spinning up the hill as it landed. A cracking iron. Ooh, the plot thickens.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we needed with the finish that this golf course proposes, to have a few guys in the hunt. You know, 17 being a very good birdie hole, 18 being a quarter demanding, 2-shot a par 4. Lawrence giving himself a good chance.
Torbjorn Olesen on the 16th tee. 192 yards of it. Pin over on that right-hand side. Just enough. Hasn't been his date, but he's been much better on the backside than the front. 3 birdies since the turn to Sean Crocker. This to finish with a par.
Yeah, that's to stay inside the top 5 for Sean Crocker. Oh, that's a shame. 3 putting the last for Crocker. Unfortunately, he's going to slip back to 14 under, just outside of top 5. Still a very good week for the American.
This is left to right all the way for Tommy Fleetwood, and it's down grain, and the grain's down out of his left. So it's got some swing about it. And man, it's got some pace as well. It's uphill, and then it hits a little summit, and then it's down. So very difficult to marry pace and speed as one. Got his attention, and so it should have.
A lot of players circle the putt, and they can see where the grain is shiny and dark in different directions if you go all the way round, which is Tommy's done.
Got a good 6 feet of break in this, which is a lot of break. He'll be dying of exhaustion once it gets down their whole side.
Very nearly for Tommy Fleetwood. What a fabulous effort from over there. To jump up to 17, Xander Lombard.
Yeah, I think that's going to require some height. How? quickly did he get that up? Incredible. Absolutely incredible from Xander Lombard on 17.
The man's got talent, no denying that. So does this man, Rory McIlroy. Truckloads of it. But how will he settle down, Radar?
Unfazed, Ali. 3-putt from 3 feet. And here he is once more. And who would back against Rory McIlroy with, well, this one and a couple of holes to go, 3 holes to go. Who'd back against him not holding this? Wouldn't surprise me.
The game's back on.
Don't you hate him?
That is some serious composure, isn't it? To go from what happened at the previous green to make it at the next. And he joins Tommy Fleetwood back at 18 under par. So the tap in for a 4 as well from Tommy Fleetwood.
Well, this was an aberration at the 14th. We did have a little peek, but from 2 feet 2 inches, he's got a yard past. Now he's got a head scratcher.
It's just bizarre, wasn't it? This was the par putt coming back. So the first was to take the lead, and that was to lose a share of it. Then this at 15.
To join the lead. This was well read. Sneaked in the left-hand side. What of Tristan Lawrence, though? He's got a birdie chance to join them.
On 17, beautiful wedge shot from Lawrence, just past the hole. Golden opportunity. And gets it too. He also goes at 18. We've got 3 players, Lawrence joining McIlroy and Fleetwood at 18 under par.
He's taken up his invitation to the party, hasn't he, out there today? He's 7 under for the round. Things are getting good. 16, Jordan Smith. Birdie chance for him to draw up alongside Francesco Molinari. Step that one in.
I don't remember the last time we saw Jordan Smith holding out something.
He's deadly when he does. Okay, big drive here, Ken, for Tristan Lawrence.
Yeah, certainly is. The breeze is stronger than it's been all day. End to the player's face and slightly out of the right here at 18. Obviously the creek all the way down the left-hand side, a penalty area, and a big waste bunker all the way down the right. There is a 35-yard wide fairway in between them, but looks pretty narrow when you're leading the tournament.
Wonder if he can hit one of those low drillers that he hit yesterday, which was fantastic. Ooh. Okay, just beautiful tee shot. Lovely trajectory right down the centre of the fairway. That is a corker.
$192 for Rory McIlroy. He'll take dead aim at this one with a 7-iron.
This looks like he's turned that in a little bit. Only just a little. Using the slope there to kill the bounce of the ball. That's a great birdie look for McIlroy on 16.
$192, just a 6-iron. The wind's just switched back into Tommy's face, so he'll just try to hold this off a little with a 6. You've got a little hillock just to the left-hand side of slope, so if you can get that fade right, just a gentle fade, he can use that slope, but Rory McIlroy doesn't get much better than that. Flag tight to the right-hand side. Whoopsie daisy.
He finds the back edge on the par 3 Fleetwood. That's not going to stop until a few paces behind it there.
And again, with triple the distance of his playing partner on a par 3, how will this one end? Just kept on going. The hot bounce. So to 18, Rasmus Højgaard. Long range for birdie. Never quite had the pace. Oh, hang on a second.
Oh,
What's happened there?
Surprise, surprise.
Both played at the same time.
And almost both within gimme range too.
Didn't seem to bother either of them. I mean, I guess
You don't see
Rasmus
it.
would have taken his again.
You don't see this very often, do you?
That was head down. All action from Yannick Paul. Go back to 17. Jordan Smith.
She's setting up to just work one in from right to left.
Oh, what a beautifully controlled three-quarter wedge from Jordan Smith. Oh, beautiful.
He's found it now. All right, this is the test up. After a little bizarre moment at the last for Rasmus Højgaard.
It would have been fun to see the two of them tapping this together at the same time.
I just didn't have it out there today. Rasmus, we're the final round of 71. Just 3 birdies on it, including a double. Do you think Tristan Lawrence is enjoying himself right now, Ken?
Yeah, all looking good for Lawrence in Arabia.
In a share alongside Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood. It's what you play the game for. Would be his 5th DP World Tour win. Should he go on and do it here today? Can't count him out.
See, that pin's very tight to the right. If you could be a. There's not many old bold pilots that go straight at that. 4 or 5 yards to the right, gets gathered towards the water, but perfect tee shot down 18. How far has he left himself, Tim?
He's got exactly 140 yards, Ken, to go from the left half of the fairway, which is perfect to attack this back right pin, but it is cut just 4 yards up, quite a strong tier. So anything landing in that tier will be coming back some yards. 7 yards of green available behind it, so a little 11-yard shelf at the back of this green where the pin is cut. And as you've said, if anything drifts to the right, there's quite a sharp slope on the edge of the green that would take you down towards the penalty area, so you don't want this going right to the flag at all, really.
Look,
He's won 4 times on the tour, as you say, and he's won from every different situation. He's won in a playoff, he's won from coming from behind, won ahead. So he's experienced in these situations, and he seems to have a very slow heartbeat. Difficult thing is here back into this breeze, which is just at times gusting up a little bit. As one of those gusts hits him in the middle of the shot, he could easily come up a few yards short and back down the tier.
How bald is he going to be, Ken?
not generally too frightened. He's hit some wonderful driven short irons this week. How brave is he going to be?
Just came over the top of that just a little. Shame for Lawrence. Finds the back edge of the green.
There's a slight anti-right in that. It's been a good day, though, so far for Tristan Lawrence, who by this stage had birdied 3 holes. That was a really important par save at the 8th. We've seen a few of those this week. And the tough par 3.
That was for his birdie on 10, the par 5. He got to 15 under at that stage.
The difficult par 4, 12, 481 yards. He parred the 11th and a glorious iron shot in here. And ding dong. Another birdie on his card.
How about this at 14? Line, pace, just enough.
One of the few long putts we've seen hold on the 14th.
And then on 17, he's one shot back. It's a beautiful driving wedge. Just past the hole. Makes that to join the lead at 18 under.
That was a very well played golf hole. Back at 17. Fairway to long left at the last. But we'll have a look at birdie, albeit quite a difficult one. Go back to 16 with Tommy Fleetwood.
Little upslope. Sit down. Get round a bit. Lively.
That looked like a lot of loft there, Ken, though, didn't it?
And he sort of went at it quite crisply. It wasn't just gracefully. It must have just been settled down a fraction. Dug for a fraction.
Oh, listen, unfortunately for a par on 17. Can't really afford to make bogeys on 17, the short par 4.
There's the view at the final green. The 18th. Yeah. Tim, who's first?
It's going to be Xander Lombard to putt first, just outside the distance that Tristan Lawrence finds himself. Nice atmosphere around this green. Good crowd gathered round behind to watch the closing stages in the beautiful sunshine. Xander, again, looks like another nearly day for him. His time will come. He's a wonderful player and he's played some great golf today, but just that one double bogey really halted his chances. He's learning all the time from these close calls that he's having, and he is a winner in waiting, no doubt about that. Putt across the green here. Couple of grain changes in it, so that means a change of speed. Awkward. A little bit of left to right about it, but overall, it's not got a huge break.
It's a good point Tim makes about building an understanding of what it takes in the final round. The only way you can do it is to live it. It's to sign off in style, though. Seen more than a few give too much credit to the pace from up there. Back to McIlroy, birdie putt to take it on his own.
Slides by for Rory McIlroy on the par 3. It's been all over the place the last 45 minutes for him. The intensity builds up. Only 2 holes to go.
Remember, Fleetwood has a tester coming next. Up we go to the last of the trio at 18 under par on his final hole, and Tristan Lawrence.
Yeah, slightly tricky putt here. He's putting into the green for the first 7 or 8 feet, then straight down green, so again a change in speed he's got to factor in. It's also a slight double break, a little bit of left to right to begin with, and then right to left as it dies for a birdie to set a target.
I dare say he might have very nearly had it. Had it had the length, but it doesn't for Tristan Lawrence. So it's going to be a final 4 at best. Just a little one left ahead of him for that par. This for par as well, though. An important one for Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, very much so. There's the odd chance or two coming home, but wow, you don't want to be giving them away this time of the afternoon on a Sunday.
He's going to take a step in the other direction with a bogey there. This for birdie for Jordan Smith at 17. Improving by the minute. Off the back of 2 in a row. Can he make it 3? Without question.
Yeah, tremendous. Nice little confidence booster here for Jordan Smith going into the Desert Classic.
Yeah, only a little over a foot left here, ahead of Tristan Lawrence. To the clubhouse lead. He's in a share of it now with Rory McIlroy. And he finishes off what was a brilliant final day. A round of 64, blemish-free. Race through the pack.
Yeah, some talent, Tristan Lawrence. That's a great performance. It might not be enough. We shall see.
But he's done what he can out there on Sunday.
Yes, having
said it might not be enough. It might be enough. It all depends. But 17th, it's playing under its par. 15 birdies already on it so far today. 18th, a different test. That's the second toughest hole on the course.
All he can do is wait now. Down at 17, McIlroy.
Hitting the right-hand bunker here yesterday. Trying to take it on. What's he got for us today? Very nearly the same thing. Strange play that for me.
Yeah, I don't think it's the play. It's just a bad shot.
Bringing
Strange.
that bunker into play.
Yeah. Smith on the tee at 18. Big drive needed here, a straight one. The camber of the fairway starts to throw the ball to the left, but that looks pretty good.
Doesn't even need to see that one finish.
Yeah, it's just so metronomic, isn't it? Arrow straight up that left half. Brave tee shot to finish.
Well, if he holds the next, gets to -18. Unlikely, but still, to Fleetwood.
Yeah, this looks a little bit further left. Looks like a better line. Staying short of that right-hand bunker with his front flag. Dodges the divots.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wide enough fairway that it shouldn't really be too difficult to hit, but McIlroy's missed it. He's nice and safely tucked away in the clubhouse for the time being anyway.
Fair play to Tristan Lawrence out there. 4 birdies since he made the turn in that round of 64. And he is in the clubhouse at -18 with only McIlroy for company, but he's missed the fairway, down 17. Plenty of people sticking round for the finish. It's a little bit more exciting than we were perhaps anticipating.
Oh, Fleetwood doesn't want to start thinking this was a good opportunity, the one I might be gone a begging.
Yeah, what's he looking here? 12 feet, something like that. Try and get it somewhere close to pin high.
Not the shot he needed in the moment.
109, the ball slightly above his feet. He needs to take dead aim, but will it come in hot? The lie's pretty good, but there is grass behind it, so I could jump on him. He'll need to send this high into orbit, way upstairs, penthouse high.
He's looking extremely high, isn't he? And he's looking it down, up and down. Oh,
What about that?
how about that?
Landed it on a postage stamp. What a shot at the right time for McIlroy.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going. He certainly has. What a great way to bounce back after the errors of 14.
Well, we've said it a number of times, he just goes at flags. Andrew, you mentioned it, he just backs himself and takes it on, regardless of the consequences. There's very few that do that. Quite inspirational.
He's a genius. They all have moments like that. What a shot, what a time to do it.
Tristan Lawrence will have just seen that as well.
Yeah.
He's dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure it's all correct. What does his future hold? Down the left of 18 is Torbjorn Olesen in the rough.
Well, the angle's okay. This could help him. It sounded like it might jump, but he might try to pitch it in the middle of the green, let it release up. I think he's lost it right. Swimming with the fishies.
Yeah, curious shot, really. Last hole. It's the one place you couldn't miss it. There's Tristan Lawrence. He signed his card correctly, hopefully, after watching McIlroy lob it in there close at 17.
You think he'll go stay warm?
Yeah,
Or watch?
He's a great man. I love watching him play. He hits it low, he drives it forward with the drivers. But then he's also got the presence of mind to be able to pitch the ball so well. This game will never change. You drive it well and you pitch it like that, you're going to compete, because you're giving very little away.
How are we looking with the number? 19 playoff, 20 win? Were we pretty close?
I think we are.
I think 19 wins.
You think it wins outright?
Yeah.
This is straight up the hill, doesn't want to move a whole lot into the grain. That's the only issue. The way he's rehearsing, he expects this to come gently out of the right. I'm not so sure. Easy to overborrow and miss this high right. I think it sort of comes off that front left bunker, the green. So it doesn't want to move a whole lot. Don't overborrow or you will miss it right.
Could use it. And he gets it. Tommy Fleetwood. And the applause as Fleetwood draws up alongside Tristan Lawrence and Rory McIlroy, who's hit it in close though, remember. But that was a huge bonus.
Oh, great heart. Great heart. You know, sometimes just with Fleetwood, one putt that length, maybe when he doesn't expect it, but he had to pull something out the hat, and he duly did. He's given himself a chance still.
That is seriously digging deep from Tommy Fleetwood.
Just on the right edge. You want to change your mind, Andrew?
Nope.
He's aiming outside right. Down grain. Quick.
Just keep on coming.
The chess match continues, but now it's Rory McIlroy out in front on his own at -19.
Great friends, great players, pushing each other along.
How has he managed to do this after that horror show on 14?
I don't think he's not frightened by making an error. That's why he does make some errors. He just goes for it and backs himself, and I think that's where he gets his pleasure from on a golf course, going for it and trying his best.
Good angle to the back right flag. One of the best iron players in the game. Can he hunt it down?
Yeah, straight down it again. Another good shot. Just maybe half a club short. Another fine performance.
Yeah, he's come home strong, Jordan Smith, since the turn, an eagle and 3 birdies. Another look coming there as our final pair march over to the 18th tee. Little crowd control, they're already there.
Just stand still a moment, please.
Just 3 fairways today.
Into the draft out of the right-hand side. 294 to cover the bunker down the right-hand side. It's a good wallop to cover that bunker. He has the artillery. He's going to play at that waist area and try to draw it off it to penetrate the breeze. It's the correct play. You don't want to overdo it, though. This will be flat out munch time.
That is an absolute horror. Down the final hole from Rory McIlroy.
It's wet, I believe. In the creek.
Yeah, it looked like it went in at pace, Radar.
Yeah, well, there's a cart path over there which is not going to help the cause.
It's quiet, please. Thank you.
He's had a double miss left and right off the tee today. That one well left of his target.
He took it on, Rory McIlroy, with the wind in too. He tried to play the big ropey right to left draw off the waist area. I don't think we'll see Tommy Fleetwood do that. I think this will be a little different. He'll aim this down the centre and try to peel it and work it off that wall of wind.
Come on, Tommy, lad.
Yeah, beautiful tee shot. Just a soft draw, spot on. Starting down the right half, dodging a few divots. Just what's required.
Birdie from Tommy Fleetwood might well take it all. How quickly things have changed in the last hour.
Pure theatre. You just never know what you're going to get in this game. At least McIlroy's past that tree. The angle, the ball will be above his feet. The lie might be able to be okay. Ollison, he's already been in the water.
Yeah, you would think the lie should be okay, the angle be okay. But can he control the ball? Now Ollison taking his drop, so playing 4. Misjudgment. Wouldn't want to leave that above the hole. That's nasty coming down.
It's going to be 2 dropped shots on the way in for Torbjorn Olesen. And it's a watery fate off the tee, down 18 for that man, Rory McIlroy.
From under the hole, under the tier. Smith to finish. What would be a really good week. First one of this new year. And he gave it a chance. All we can do from underneath.
And we'll finish with a nice amount of momentum in his pocket after that back 9 today, going into Emirates Golf Club next week. The Dubai Desert Classic. Crowds vying for position.
Yeah, it's a little bit early for that because they might be heading back down that hole fairly shortly.
Yes, they might be requiring a few more marshals in about 10 minutes' time.
They're doing their best. Back on the path, please. Up to the green. This for bogey.
There was a spike mark in his line, but luckily you can tap those down now. Yep.
And it is the final 5. Top 10 to start the year for a man that calls Dubai home these days, Torbjorn Olesen. Finishes at -12. But a long way off the pace.
Yeah, top 10, he'll be all right with that, but he expected better going out into the last round. I think we all did. Didn't see a level par round for the Dane. Normally well capable of going deep in a final round.
There's a final round of 66. There's a level at the turn, remember. Jordan Smith found it from 10 onwards. Which puts him at 4th at the moment on his own at 16 under.
Can you just move? Can you move back, please?
Well. Yeah, McIlroy been one of the longest in the field this week, and coming into today he was the 3rd most accurate driver, but just 3 fairways hit today. That's surprising.
Yeah, I just think he went at it a little bit hard, maybe slightly off strike, maybe just caught the toe slightly.
Let's go, people. Thank you. Guys, get everyone back behind the ball. We need to get the yardage from him.
I'll tell you what, I think he's created a very good drop.
Yeah, it looks like a nice lie. The issue is obviously the tier and the fact that the pin is close to that penalty area.
So up and down for the par.
He's got 151 yards, the ball slightly above his feet, which means the hill could dig in. It's a jumpy kind of lie, even though you guys have described it bang on. It's a good drop, but wow, you've got to get it all the way back to this flag, situated on a back little plateau. We've got a club of hurt there. I don't think 151, I don't think he can get the 8 iron there. If he plays for the jumper, sure he can. If it jumps, that's all good, but will he think about just choking down and massaging a 7 iron in there? Stuck between 2 clubs. Adrenaline? I'd give him an 8, Harry Diamond. I'd give him the 8 and say, go on, Rory, go ahead and hit it. The 8 it is. Is he thinking about going back to the 7? Ball above his feet so he can just grip down on that 7 and just nudge it, play a links kind of shot. Sticking with the 8.
side of the green.
Let's go, Rory! Okay, just stand still. Just stand still, please.
He's asking it to go, isn't he?
Yeah, 2 clubs. 7-iron is a club that, you know, it's all right to say that now, but he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Very difficult to muster the courage up to massage a 7 in there. Just 129 for Tommy Fleetwood, and he is in the mayor's office. This is the spot you want to be. 129. Will he just grip down and poke an 8-iron in there into this breeze, or will he hit a flat-out 9-iron? 9-iron it is. It's a good one. Good club of hurt.
Can Fleetwood make something happen here?
Yeah, stay there. Definitely floated on him. But more importantly, he's on the right level.
Uncharacteristic error off the tee from McIlroy, and the brilliance from Fleetwood at 17, and a good chance at 18. Fleetwood nick it at the last.
So McIlroy with a par putt to come. Fleetwood with his for birdie. Or will they pull the switch? We shall see. Seen a few of them in the last hour and a half.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, Fleetwood's going to have some clarity when it's his turn, which I think is quite a nice position to be in.
A really good point. We'll know what it's for by then. Keeping him on. But we're none the wiser of how this tale is going to end just yet in the Dubai Invitational.
It felt like it was going to be like that. Such a brilliant final group so early in this new year. When it came out, we were so excited to see it, and it hasn't disappointed. Look at the crowds, fantastic views.
I wanted to get an idea about this putt from Wayne, but this can't be an easy 2-putt at this particular stage, particularly with some of the thoughts that are flying through his head at the moment.
Yeah, it's into the grain as well, Andrew. It's left to right, which is not a great mixture. Left to right, uphill, into the grain, then it gets up to that tabletop. It's uphill for the first 35 feet of its journey, and then it's gently down, so speed changes.
Settling in now. Crucial putt for McIlroy.
Pretty good putt, all in all. He's won once in 15 outings. The first tournament of the season. As you said, the chance for Fleetwood.
Gently downhill, just outside left for Tommy Fleetwood. To take the chockies.
With McIlroy a certain bogey. This would do it for Tommy Fleetwood, who calls Dubai home these days. birdied the last two. And the first name etched on the Dubai Invitational trophy belongs to Tommy Fleetwood in a dramatic final round here at Dubai Creek. It's been edge of your seat viewing for the past hour and a half. And what a way to finish. But now he draws up alongside Rory McIlroy, but this putt will change that.
Oh, what a finish from Tommy Fleetwood. Birdie, and well, who knows, that might just be the fillip that he needs. Couple of wins, of course, just down the road there at Abu Dhabi, and now he's a winner here in Dubai.
It is his third in the United Arab Emirates. His first since November of 2022. Didn't get one last year. But how much it will mean to do it in front of friends and family as well, Anthony.
Yeah, you know what? The whole world will be happy about that, and so will Rory McIlroy. He deserves that, I think. Tommy Fleetwood, he's missed a lot of putts and a lot of key moments, and I don't think sometimes they're his fault. That was phenomenal, and we're all really pleased for him.
So let's throw it down to Incy Mehmet, who's alongside our victor in Tommy Fleetwood.
Tommy, many congratulations. That was quite the dramatic finish, wasn't it? I mean, what do you make of that friendly competitiveness?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I think, I was very happy with the way I played today. For a large majority of the round, felt like I, didn't hold some of the putts that I wanted to. I think it was great watching one of the world's best golfers in Rory, the way that he was playing the back nine, the way that he attacked the back nine. And yeah, just up and down towards the end, really, like sloppy bogey on 16 from not that bad of an iron shot. And then, yeah, birdie, 17 and 18, so all good.
What was the key moment for you? Because, of course, Rory McIlroy made that birdie on 12 to narrow the gap, but also bounced back with another birdie for 3 in a row to go all level with a few holes to go. Yeah, at that point, what was key for you?
I was playing very well. I was hitting it very solid. I looked distinctly average compared to the way Rory started playing on that back nine, but I felt very in control of my game, and it was just a case of staying patient. I think 14, Rory sort of, it was unexpected for him not to just roll that one in for another birdie. And but again, you're just watching him, the way he bounced back on 15, the shot he on 16, the way he played 17. But for me, just stayed pretty patient, kept playing. I knew I was playing very, very well. And then even the last 2 holes, played 17 and 18, great.
It's a hot start for your 2024 season. You're obviously jet lagged coming over from Hawaii. You had that get on with it attitude. All in all, how proud are you of your performance?
I'm very happy. Feels amazing winning. Like almost everybody else in the world of golf, I don't win anywhere near as much as I'd like to, but just that winning feeling is great. So happy I came back. This is obviously where I live and had a lot of support, and yeah, obviously it's great to kick off the year with a great result and push on from here. I feel like I've been saying for a long time, I've been doing a lot of really great things. I have amazing people that I'm working with. Win, lose or draw today, next week will be the same. We just crack on and we keep pushing forward and hopefully keep moving in the right direction.
Tommy, great stuff. You kept us on your toes, and congratulations.
Thanks.
He certainly did. Many ebbs and flows in the final round. But it's Fleetwood's here at the Dubai Invitational.
Yeah, the second time in 50 months. I think this is a slightly different Tommy Fleetwood than has been for the last few years. Much more composed, much more consistent. I think, as he said, the slight mistakes that McIlroy made contributed to that as well, but the patience that he has to hang in there and the belief to give himself the opportunity. And it looked like even when he had his second shot in there at 17, it was maybe just going to be a little bit too little too late.
Yeah, I mean, you watch this left to right all the way. Good foot of brake on this. They had to keep the speed up to get it there. It was never missing, I don't think, was it? Well, I hope he goes on to great things. That man hopes he does as well. They're great friends, they're great players, and no one would want it more for Tommy than Rory.
Yeah, class moment between the two there. Had a hug after it as well. It was birdie for Fleetwood, bogey for McIlroy.
I've never doubted that he doesn't believe in himself. But it's moments like that can make a career.
Especially given the two putts at 17 and 18. Neither were easy, both were made. And that's what it took to launch him to the top. Fair play, he's thinking. Fair play indeed.
I don't think that's going to be the last win of Tommy Fleetwood's season. That is for sure. I think an opportunity to have potentially one of the best years of his life.
To watch another DP World Tour video, click here, and to subscribe, click here.